A very good evening. Always a pleasure having you join me for RTV News in English. I'm William Evans. Let's have a look at the headlines tonight. Young people have been encouraged to take advantage of the many opportunities available in the agriculture sector as a pathway to improve their livelihoods. While Rwandan exporters of fruits and vegetables say that the ongoing conflict involving Iran, the US, and Israel has disrupted their trade routes and caused huge losses. My name is William Evans. Now this is the news in detail. Young people have been encouraged to take advantage of the many opportunities available in the agriculture sector as a pathway to improve their livelihoods and contribute to the economic growth. We do have details. Youth engaged in agriculture say that the sector holds significant opportunities for those willing to invest in their time and skills. This Saturday, Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, in partnership with Africa Global Citizen, held discussions with young people on their role in advancing modern agriculture that can create jobs and strengthen the economies of African countries.
First is to grow our business and expand our market globally and internationally.
Given that you find out that the government is so much supporting the youth in this sector with the support, be financially, also helping them in other ways of how they can afford to get the land, because most of them, they don't have the land, and also the exposure.
The managing director of Africa Global Citizen noted that agriculture remains one of Africa's most valuable resources and should be better utilized.
Every time I introduce ourselves on Global Citizen, I talk about how we are focused on the big issues that help to ensure that poverty is eradicated as fast as possible. One of those big issues is food. It's food, and it's food security and nutrition. And it's time we get more young people to see it and maximize value in it. And as Global Citizen, we will continue to push that and make them know that it is cool to work in agriculture. It is not just cool, it is great. It is what we need as a continent. Food security, nutrition, and jobs, an amazing combination, and we're proud to be part of this.
The representative of Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, noted that such dialogue helps young people share ideas about the challenges they face as small-scale farmers and find possible solutions.
We do acknowledge that young people have amazing ideas. They're driving innovation currently. There are young people that are influencing food systems across a number of countries, particularly in Rwanda. And so for us, we believe that an event like this, also making it less formal so that the young people can speak to high levels of personalities like in ministries, can speak to various stakeholders, can also engage on global policy fronts with partners like Global Citizen. We find that these are the kinds of engagements that allow young people to be able to speak up and also be open about their ambitions, and also share some of the risks that they're facing in transforming food systems.
The Minister of Agriculture and Animal Resources, Dr. Teosphile Ndabamenye, told the youth that modern, well-organized agriculture can significantly contribute to sustainable development. He explained that when agriculture value chains are properly organized, they can help farmers access knowledge and markets, ultimately generating income and employment.
So you have to be the good farmers, entrepreneurs. So we have a long value chain: production, aggregation, marketing, IT, commercialization, and a marketing system. So try to think you can't market what you don't have. You see? Some people may go into the soft, small, because they are very lazy. Don't be lazy into the food system journey. So even if you are using the computer skills and then you go somewhere, you have AI, you can change my voice, you take it wherever you like, but you will never eat my voice. You can sell it, you can make money from this. But remember, while doing this soft kind of calculation, you will need food in the stomach. You see? So whatever you choose the value chain, we need the expert in the IT, we need the expert in the mobilization, we need the expert in the marketing. Remember, we need expert to think on where food comes from in different ways. So that is where when you have this value chain transformation, it is the whole value chain, we will be ready to help you. But you can't eat what you don't have. You can't market what you don't have. Therefore, food first. Food first. And then cash. And then jobs. It is not the other way around. Or you can start by jobs. Jobs can create food, depending on how you define it. Because when you are doing jobs, at the same time you can create food. Then you can create cash.
According to data from the National Institute of Statistics of Rwanda, youth aged between 18 and 30 still have a relatively small presence in agriculture and livestock activities, representing only 30.7% of all farmers in the country. Let's now turn to Rwandan exporters of fruits and vegetables who say that the ongoing conflict involving Iran, the US, and Israel has disrupted the trade routes and caused huge losses, estimated at more than 100 million Rwandan francs. We do have details. Marie-Ange Claudine Ingabire and Zainab Abdul are among exporters who ship fruits and vegetables abroad. They say before shipments to Dubai and the United Arab Emirates were halted, the business had been generating strong returns. The biggest share of our avocado harvests was being sold in Dubai. Yet, the biggest share of our vegetables goes to the European market. We have incurred losses and we are facing a very unprecedented situation now that Dubai's airspace is closed. Usually business was going on well with minor common business risks, but conflicts involving Iran, the US, and Israel have brought business to a standstill. Marie-Ange and Zainab add that they are now facing significant losses as their produce continues to spoil in storage facilities, though they acknowledge that the Rwandan government has been engaging them to find solutions. The fighting began shortly after we had harvested, and we were into the process of packaging our goods and send them off to different markets. Then, we heard that airspaces for our markets had been closed, and this caused us unimaginable losses. As of now, we haven't gotten any hope or news of the reopening, yet our goods are now rotting in our stores and refrigerators.
Kuri twebwe nka turopiro twe twarabukinze ukwezi kose kwa gatatu toni 20 buri cyumweru.
For us, we had booked the entire month 20 tons weekly. I was having 40 tons ready for exportation to Dubai. We are now 15 days late and they no longer are of the best quality to be exported. The Minister of Trade and Industry, Prudence Sebahizi, says the government is assessing all potential impacts that could disrupt trade and is working on mitigation measures, including identifying alternative export markets for Rwandan products. We do have international markets that consume our produce, and we are being affected by the Iran-US-Israel conflict. We are looking to see if the markets will continue to be affected, and if they do, then we shall see how we can find new markets altogether. In storage facilities across the country, traders say more than 80 tons of fruits, mainly avocado, remain unsold and are being spoiled, representing losses estimated at over 100 million Rwandan francs. Now, different traders said that the progress information technology has made in Rwanda is helping them avoid losses that previously resulted from the poor inventory management, while also enabling them to pay taxes on time. We do have details to this report. Traders dealing in food, beverages, and everyday household items say that before adopting digital systems in their businesses, they often suffered losses because they could not accurately track what had been sold and what remained in stock.
Kuva natangira gukoresha ikoranabuhanga mu bucuruzi hari ikinyuranyo kinini cyane nabonye.
From the time I incorporated digital tools in my business, I have seen such a huge difference. We used to take notes, and controlling this was a bit hard for us. Later, we were introduced to Ishiga system and how it could help us manage our stock and assess if we are making profits or losses.
Ibyo twacuruje nibisigayemo mbese niba twunguka cyangwa tutunguka.
IBM mu gihe twakira umukiriya.
All our clients get EBMs, and when we need to get other stuff from the supermarket, we still give it to them.
Market tukayimuhereza.
In the health sector, particularly among those providing pharmaceutical services, say that their duties require high levels of precision. They explain the technology has helped them manage medicines more efficiently, monitoring stock levels, identifying expired drugs, and ensuring patients receive results and services on time.
Open clinic idufasha kumenya imiti dufite, imiti igiye kurangira.
We use Open Clinic to help us know how much of our stock is available, medicines that are about to get sold out, and those remaining. Before, we used to suffer stock outs, and a number of our medicines would expire, and it was hard knowing how much in terms of capital investments and profits the business was making, but now we know all this. The CEO of Algorithm Inc. says that given the opportunities available in Rwanda today, traders no longer need to rely on paper records. Instead, digital tools allow them to easily monitor stock, sales, and remaining inventory.
Nk'irembo uyu munsi hari serivisi nyinshi abantu bakoreraho. Iterambere ry'igihugu.
Take Irembo, for example. This offers several services to us as citizens. National growth, or let's say development, therefore, is how fast we can access our services. Ishiga has been on the market for 15 years now. We started with only one pharmacy, but we are now covering about 1,000 across Africa. Rwanda began adopting digital record-keeping systems in 2015, with more technological platforms continuing to emerge to simplify service delivery across sectors. Currently, the technology sector contributes between 3 and 5% of the country's gross domestic product. Now, staff from the African Center of Meteorological Applications for Development, together with staff from the United Nations agencies responsible for health and meteorological services, have launched in Kigali an office that will help African countries prevent diseases caused by climate change. Dr. Osman Diaye, Director General of the African Institute responsible for climate knowledge-based development in Africa, explains more on this.
The main objective of this desk of climate and health is to foster dialogue between two communities, or many actually. One community is the climate in general, starting with the med services and the research community, and the health, public health, and also research in health, to ensure that they work together and produce some information that are useful for the communities in terms of early warning, early action. Because there are many diseases in Africa that are related to climate, and we are living a climate change. So it's very important for Africans to develop their preparedness strategy. And we think climate is very important. Yes, we chose Kigali because there was on work already going in Kigali here with the med service and the public health. And for us, it was important to start with best practice, and it was one case to show people. And also, it was very convenient, actually, what's happening in East Africa to bring all those med services in East Africa, in Africa as a whole, so they can come in Kigali, where we have some important disease related to climate, like malaria, so they can see and discuss about it. So we was very grateful to have the med service of Rwanda hosting us and showing us the experience they have with the health community.
Now, allergies can cause serious health complications if ignored, and doctors are warning the public not to take allergies lightly, saying that if left untreated, they can lead to serious health complications and, in extreme cases, even cause death. We do have details. An allergy is a condition in which the body's immune system reacts abnormally to substances that are normally harmless to most of the people. These substances may include certain smells, specific medications, or particular foods. When someone with an allergy is exposed to an allergen, his or her immune system mistakenly treats it as a threat and releases chemicals like histamine. This reaction causes the symptoms associated with allergies. A specialist doctor at King Faisal Hospital, who is also pursuing advanced studies in allergies in India, Dr. Sibomana Jean-Pierre, explains some of the common symptoms of allergies and how the condition affects patients. Let's start from what is known as microbiota. This is to say that our bodies have different microorganisms. For instance, when a child is born, we know that his or her mother's stomach is not contaminated. But as these babies are born and they start breastfeeding, we get to know that they develop microorganisms. These microorganisms in the organs are the ones we call microbiota. In simple terms, they are responsible for training the immunity system to be effective in fighting against what might not be harmful to the body. In such cases, the immune system mistakenly treats it as a threat and releases chemicals to fight it, thus causing allergies. Dr. Sibomana also notes that climate change and shifting weather patterns could contribute to allergies, as the body sometimes struggles to quickly adapt to environmental changes. When we talk about climate change, it could be maybe the presence of strong winds that cause pollen grains to maybe land on someone's body, thus resulting into allergies. It could also be heavy rains causing molds due to humidity. These too can result into allergies. Dr. Sibomana advises the public to take preventive measures and seek medical attention when symptoms appear, warning that untreated allergies may lead to severe illnesses or even death. All the time you identify signs of not breathing well, be quick to get to hospital for checkups. And if you notice that your quality of life is slowly declining, you need to check in at the hospital for checkups. Some people even get swollen tongues and fail to breathe. This can actually result into death. It also sometimes causes low blood pressure, and this too can result into death. According to the World Health Organization, by the year 2050, allergies could affect 1 in every 2 people globally due to the growing prevalence of the condition. That was it for the English news. My name is William Evans, and from me and the rest of the team, have a good night and goodbye.